at all levels.
Yeah.
The main challenge we have at the national level is when we are developing the curriculum and the instructional resources, we develop them in English. However, that does not mean that we don't have resources in our mother tongues. They are there, and they are being developed. Unfortunately, the curriculum is written in English. That those designs are in English. And that's where the main challenge is, and that's what I've been challenging recently, that we need possibly to translate that to our mother tongues. Sometimes we have this mistaken notion that children are joining school using Kiswahili and English. That's not true. It is only true in urban and semi-urban areas. However, if you go to the rural areas, you'll find very young kids, even 4 or 5 years, speaking very good mother tongue. In fact, better than many of us who are in the cities. I go there and I get very amazed when you see a very young boy or a young girl talking to you like an adult. They can express in so many ways in idioms and all that in their language.
And then they come to the city, which Daktari was talking about. 3/4 of everybody is moving to the city. Then they come to the city and the culture shock, and they can't survive. And now they have to start learning from scratch so that they can catch up with what is happening in the city.
Yes, I've heard something about translation. And the most important thing about that first language is to allow translation from home to the school.
Yeah.
Because it is expected that the moment the child leaves home, we will expect it to find the same language in the primary school. And therefore, we also expect that the teachers that will be employed in these schools will be the teachers that understand that language. And that's why the language of instruction in the first 8 years of early childhood, because we always talk about early childhood from 0 to 8 years, it should be in their first language.
Okay.
However, there is the concern about the mother tongue and the first language. We recommend that in in towns or semi-urban areas, that they can use the language that is widely spoken,
which is Swahili.
Mostly that is Kiswahili.
Okay.
But anywhere in Kenya, we don't have anywhere where children join school speaking English. Maybe those international schools. But in our normal schools everywhere, particularly public schools, it is Kiswahili.
Okay.
But in the rural areas, it is mother tongue. When it comes to the training of teachers, we train them in such a way that these teachers must understand that even if they are being taught in English, because we can't afford to train them in their mother tongues in a college, they are mixed of languages, they have to go and translate that. They have to interpret that. And that comes to the question where you are asking, is it about passion or qualification? We need passion, but the person with the passion must also be trainable.
Okay.
So if this person is not trainable and has the passion, it will be very difficult.
Is their grade something that would determine whether they are trainable or not? Because Jasper here speaks of, they got a D+ and something of that nature.
Yeah, I remember I even wrote an article about that our grades are misleading. Okay. We have seen people with very low grades at Form 4 finally ending up being professors even at the university.
That's true.
And therefore, the trainability of a person is not determined by just the Form 4 grade. The moment they come to the college, we can tell. I taught in the ECD college the certificate teachers, the diploma teachers, and now I'm teaching those with the degree. It is true, some have challenges in communicating and writing English, but that does not bar them from learning. They will still learn. Because when we are marking, and even when we are training, we don't go to mark grammar.
All right.
I want to see whether is there a point. Does this teacher understand what are those learning corners?
Okay.
What are the teaching aids and so on?